There's a secret villain in Jolly, an amalgamation of two animatronics wandering around and posed to be the final threat in Jollibee's As Above, So Below. This character is fully revealed in Weshek's 1K followers post, created with the help of Chicho. It is considered to be ruthless and unforgivable, but never to be used in an official project. This is Jolly's lost antagonist, the Pinagsama. In the lead-up to the reveal, Weshek made 5 separate posts, each with an image of a Jolly Entertainment incident report that gradually zoomed out to reveal the horrific story behind this animatronic. Additionally, the silhouette could be seen standing above, prefacing how it would appear. However, it was nothing like anyone had expected. Upon opening up the 1K followers post, we agreed with several full-body screenshots of the Pinagsama, as designed as a horrifying mixture between two Jolly animatronics. This makes sense because the word Pinagsama actually means together in Filipino. The outer shell of its face is the red Fantasy Jolly from the second game, and the inner endoskeleton is a Fantasy Jolly from the first. The way that they're strung together is incredibly unnerving, especially with how their bodies just seem to melt into each other. Even the details of their additional arms and legs makes for an incredibly foreboding appearance. You can only imagine how encountering this animatronic in-game would have gone. As seen from screenshots, the Pinagsama is able to climb the shelving units, and I imagine fairly easily with its extra appendages. This entire structure bears a strong resemblance to Ennard, an animatronic composed of the parts of the sister location animatronics. I feel that the way the Pinagsama is formed is much more disturbing, something I will get to later on. The way its body is torn up, and even discolored, makes me think of a cross between the withered animatronics from FNAF 2 and Jolly 3, except far more dangerous. The one thing I wish that was added was this extra eye that had been poking out of Red Fantasy Jolly's socket. Since it was shown in the early progress images, it's clear they took it out, which is fine, but I feel like it definitely could have added a creepier factor had it been left in. Overall, the crazily mixed up design that was used is terrifying, and my favorite one of any animatronic created. As mentioned before, a document detailing an incident report can be seen in the lead-up to the Pinagsama's reveal. By reading the description of what occurred, it's revealed that the two animatronics fell through the window of the surveillance office, where they both entered some kind of machine that sucked them through. The machine operated at a speed of 2,000 RPM, which sounds pretty fast. When being recovered, the animatronics were now welded together, though still being able to function normally. What's intriguing is that the amalgamation adapts to whichever animatronic tries to speak, apparently being able to rewire itself to complement the corresponding Jolly. The claim that it can't be salvaged, and the inability to be grinded down, workers left the Pinagsama in Section 3 of the basement, where it stayed until it fully lost power. It's unclear how the animatronics fell to the glass, and the fact that they were even in the office poses a couple of questions. Regardless of how they ended up in the machine, it still shows just how dangerous the Pinagsama is, considering that it wasn't destroyed during the merging process. Now the amalgamation roams this basement doing who knows what, with no one ever checking on it again. We didn't receive too much information on the Pinagsama, but the few things we did learn only served to make its function in the story even more unsettling and ominous than any other animatronic present. The fact that this animatronic has to physically switch up its wiring in order for each part to interact is a pretty interesting touch to it, and it makes it seem that even though it's technically a whole new animatronic, it still exists as two separate entities, each with their own thoughts and intentions. The last part to really leave me with a foreboding feeling was that the employees felt it best to leave it alone, and seal it off till the animatronic lost power. That one sentence was what increased the fear and danger of the Pinagsama tenfold. It gives a sense that not only is Jolly Entertainment trying to cover up its existence, but that there's nothing they can do against it. You can bet that this amalgamation is going to do a lot of damage before it ever fully powers down, if it gets to that point. While it will never be seen in a game, the concept of leaving the player alone with this threat that's been forgotten about and deemed to remain active until its last breath is horrifying to say the least. That's what makes this character the best in the series. Well, I hope you enjoyed this somewhat deep dive into the Pinagsama. Like I said before, there isn't a whole lot of information that can be found, but a lot can still be read on its page in the Jolly Wiki. A link to that, as well as a link to Weshek's 1K followers post, will be in the description. That kicks off my first dev analysis of 2025, so be sure to like and subscribe, ring the bell to receive notifications, and I'll catch you later.